The farthest any human has ever traveled from Earth was not set by a triumphant mission. It was set by a catastrophe. In April 1970, Apollo 13's oxygen tank exploded mid-flight, and to survive, the crew had no choice but to loop around the back of the Moon, reaching 248,655 miles from Earth. That desperate survival maneuver accidentally set a record that has stood completely untouched for 55 years. Right now, NASA's Artemis 2 crew is hurtling past that mark. And buried in today's mission updates, their toilet started emitting a burning smell mid-flight, 250,000 miles from home. Most people think Apollo 13 was just a failed mission, a footnote in history. They are completely wrong. When that oxygen tank exploded 200,000 miles from Earth, NASA engineers on the ground had one viable option: use the Moon's own gravity as a slingshot. The crew looped behind the Moon in a free return trajectory, swinging out to 248,655 miles, 400,171 kilometers, from Earth before gravity pulled them home. They had no choice. That accidental arc, born out of desperation rather than design, became the most durable record in all of human spaceflight. For 55 years, no human being had traveled farther from Earth. April 6, 2026 is when that changes. Artemis 2 launched April 1, 2026, from Kennedy Space Center's Launch Pad 39B, the same historic pad that sent Apollo astronauts to the Moon decades ago. 4 people are aboard, and every single one carries a historic first. Commander Reed Wiseman leads the mission. Pilot Victor Glover becomes the first black astronaut to travel to the vicinity of the Moon. Mission specialist Christina Koch becomes the first woman in history to do so. And Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen becomes the first non-American citizen ever to journey toward the Moon. NASA didn't just launch a spacecraft on April 1st. They launched a crew that rewrites who gets to go, before the mission even breaks its first record. Here is the part the mainstream coverage quietly glosses over. On day 1 of the mission, launch day itself, a fault warning light appeared on the spacecraft toilet. The urine hose malfunctioned. Christina Koch, the same astronaut making history as the first woman near the Moon, spent part of her launch day troubleshooting the plumbing. The system was temporarily restored. Then on day 4, things escalated. A burning smell started coming from the hygiene bay, described by Koch to mission control as resembling, quote, an old electric heater that hasn't been used in a while. NASA suspected the orange insulation on the hygiene bay door. They never definitively identified the source. Mission Control cleared the crew to continue using the system. This toilet is officially called the Upper Waste Management System. NASA spent approximately $23 million developing it. It was smoking. In deep space. While they were troubleshooting a smoking toilet, something was unfolding outside the window that almost no living human will ever experience. On approximately April 6, the Orion spacecraft passes behind the Moon, cutting off all communication with Earth for roughly 40 minutes. No signal. No contact. For humans, completely alone, with the lunar far side filling their windows. Only 24 people in all of recorded history, every Apollo-era astronaut, have ever seen the lunar far side with their own eyes. No one has seen it directly since December 1972. NASA prepared a detailed lunar targeting plan to guide the crew through a 6-hour observation window, photographing a hemisphere that the entire living population of Earth has never witnessed. They are the only people alive right now who will see this. And no one on the ground can even talk to them while they do. None of this is a sightseeing trip. Artemis 2 is one of the most critical engineering tests NASA has ever conducted with human lives on the line. The SLS rocket that launched this crew stands 322 feet tall and weighs roughly 11 million pounds at liftoff. The Orion capsule is carrying real life support systems with humans aboard for the very first time. Every anomaly, the fault warning on day 1, the burning smell on day 4, is being logged and analyzed in real time, because every single data point feeds directly into planning for Artemis 3. That mission aims to land astronauts near the lunar South Pole in 2028. The toilet isn't just embarrassing. It is a test result that could shape the design of hardware that will eventually keep people alive on the surface of the Moon. There is a detail buried in the record that very few people know. The uncrewed Artemis I test flight in November 2022 actually already flew past the Apollo 13 distance record, reaching 268,563 miles from Earth, farther than any Artemis II target. But without humans aboard, it didn't count toward the human distance record. Apollo 13's human mark held. And here is the cost of finally doing it with people. The SLS rocket alone took over $23 billion to develop. Critics have been vocal about the pace and the expense for years. But what no one can dispute as of today, for humans are farther from Earth than any people have ever been in history. And they are doing it while troubleshooting smoke coming from a $23 million toilet that failed twice in 4 days. 4 astronauts. A record that survived a near-death catastrophe for 55 years. A $23 million toilet emitting burning smells in the void of space. And a view of the lunar far side that no living human has witnessed since 1972. They splashed down in the Pacific Ocean on April 10, 10 days total. But here is the question Mission Control has not answered publicly: if that toilet fails completely, 252,000 miles from Earth, what exactly is the backup plan? Space exploration has always looked like triumph from the outside. From the inside, it has always looked like this: 4 people, 1 smoking toilet, and the entire future of human presence on the moon riding on whether the hardware holds. Follow this channel now. We cover the details the official updates leave out.